Good afternoon. Just let everyone log on while I just set up. Hope you're all well. Let's give it a few minutes as always. I fully recommend going outside today. It is stunning if you haven't been out already. So, best way to do this workout is outside, definitely. Hi Jess, hi Theo. Hope you're outside in this one. It is stunning out there. I'm very jealous I can't go out while teaching this one. Got my door open. We're south facing as well, so the sunlight comes straight in, so it wouldn't be it's quite difficult to work out where I'd film if the internet was strong enough. So today we need 2 weights, okay? 2 weights. You need double weights today, and your lovely resistant band. So if you've got 2 weights and resistant band, that's what we need for today. So we're going to get started about 5 past, just let people see the notification, get on if they can, and if they can't, everyone's catching up later, so that's even better. It's too hot outside. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Definitely be going back out again very soon though. Hopefully I'll be able to work it out with the internet so that I can do this outside with this good weather. That'd be lovely. So I moved location a little bit, got my son's lovely kitchen in the background, just to give better light, so hopefully it'll work a bit better. Make sure you've got water. Okay, the chat afterwards today as well is about postnatal core. So I did chat about this on Monday. It's about postnatal core exercises. So I did chat about it on Monday in the 6 weeks to 6 months. But this is then just that next step up. So it's very, very early on work. It's not if you've been through a good recovery and you have stepped up through and made sure that your core is been restored and that you've done the right exercises all throughout your postnatal period. This is about that middle ground. So we're moving from that early postnatal stage into that second postnatal stage, which 6 months might not feel it, but it's that next postnatal stage. And it's just making sure that if you haven't done the basics beforehand, that you do the basics and then showing you what's next. So there's 5 separate exercises that we're going to do. Some of them we did on Monday as well, but it's then giving you the next level, and just a little bit of a very brief talk about core, not going into great detail with it, not to overwhelm anyone with it at the moment, but I can go into different areas each week and talk about it in more detail. So we're going to get started. It's nearly, it's just gone 5 past. So we're going to get started. I will make sure the camera's all set, nice and straight. There we go. Okay, so as always, a nice warm up first of all. So we're going to start march on the spot. 1 second. Okay, let's start march on the spot. Off we go. Get my timer going. Perfect. Nice march on the spot for me. Get those knees up. We've got shorts on today. Definite rarity. So, knees up, getting nice and warm. You get double today, you get the reflection there as well. Knees up a little bit higher for me. Just making sure we're getting nice and warm. Excellent. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Nice strong marching. Little light feet for me. Just stomp those feet That's it, and stop there. Okay, we're going to go into light squats. So what you go down into the squat, coming back up. Okay? Leading with those glutes, not letting those knees come over the front. Looking forwards. And just making sure, nice and solid. Okay, we're not going very far. 10 more seconds. Getting those arms involved. Excellent. Okay, step back into that lunge. It's a nice active warm up. And down, back up. Make sure you're looking forwards, that front knee isn't going over your toes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swap legs. Off we go. Just warming up, whole lower body. That's it, 10 more seconds. Brilliant. 2, 1. Okay, wrist rotations for me. And other direction. That's it. His wrist nice and warm. Okay, we can do some side steps. So, lower your bum down, so just bend your knees slightly, torso nice and straight, and then do some nice side steps. Either hands here on your hips. That's it, just getting those glutes nice and activated. Looking forwards. Okay, stop there, we can do some side lifts. So I want nice straight torso and we lift to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to kick backwards. So same thing, use a wall if you need to. And I want you to kick back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, lovely. We can do our stretches really quick so we don't do that many stretches at the beginning. So I want your hands grasped together, pushing forward. So the first one. Okay, and then we're going to go backwards. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift that chin up. Good. And then up high. We can go over to the side. And back to centre and over to the other side. Lovely. Okay, legs. So I want calves first, so step back. We're going to just stretch that calf out. Brilliant. And swap legs. That's it. And then a quick one on our hamstrings. Heel up, heel down, toes up, bum back, nice straight leg, hand on thigh, putting pressure on to feel that stretch down the back of our legs. And swap. Make sure you're looking up so that back's nice and flat. And then up we come. Okay, bit of a shake out and we can get on with that workout. Okay, first one we're doing is a reverse lunge with a lift. So what I want you to do is we're going to go back into the lunge like we always do, but then I want the leg that goes back to come into a lift. So step back into the lunge, down and then up, down and up. Breathe out as you come back up, okay? Keeping that core nice and stable, but pushing back, and then from that reverse point you're pushing all the way through that knee lift, okay? So I'm going to close the door because my neighbour's doing work in the garden. That is also why I can't record outside. I would love to. So we're going to do 20 seconds on each side. So I'll demo again. So you go back into the lunge, then you go back. If you can stay up without touching down, even better, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Stepping back. Staying on that same leg. Keep going. That nice fluid motion, okay? Nice fluid motion. Stepping back. Okay, if that's too much, don't include the lift. If it's too much, drop the lift. Onto your other leg. Keep going. Brilliant. Okay, stop there. We're now going to go on to a push press. So you need 2 weights for this one. And on your shoulders. I'm going to hold them here. I'm going to go down. We're not going to squat fully, but we're going to go down and then press. So it's a push, press. Okay? Off we go. If you're finding it hard, with both weights, just go to a single weight in front. So we're not doing a full squat, just doing a push, press. Down and back up. Engage that core. Make sure that back's not taking over. 15 seconds. Come on. Keep going with this one. Keep going. Keep going. 8 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a good heart rate raiser, that one. We're doing a bent over row now, okay? So, these are similar to what I do on a Monday, but we do the more advanced versions on a Wednesday. So, we go. Nice and out of breath already. Hinge at your hips. Soft knees. We're going to go 1. So 1, 2, together. Off we go. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. So we go single, single, double. Single, single, double. Keep going, we're halfway. That's it. Keep going. That's it, well done. Don't let that back take over, so my back's crept up. There we go. Last one. Good. So we're now on the floor. I'm doing long heel taps, so long heel drops. So I'll be talking about this one afterwards. We're going to go flat on the floor, so yeah, you can still see me, which is great. And we're going to go, double check, knees up, and then we go single, drop down, pull back, drop down, pull back, okay? Everyone ready? Off we go. Exhale as you're pulling back, okay? Breathe in, and then exhale. Really important, keeping that back flat. Really bracing that core as you pull back in. One more. Okay, nice rest there. So we're just going to talk about that a little bit more. I want you to make sure that as you're going back, you are having your knees up like this. Nice and equal, everything's equal. Breathe in, that heel goes down as close to the floor as it can, and then you exhale and brace the core as you pull back in. That will give that core, that workout that we're looking for, that deep core workout that we need in this area. So we've got 12 seconds, and we're going back into the lunges with the lift. Let's get yourself ready. No weights if you want to advance it, so I know some people on here are doing a bit more than what I'm saying in the sessions, which is absolutely fine as long as you're at that point. As long as you've been doing sessions, you've worked yourself up, you've worked your weight up, back up to what you may have been doing pre-pregnancy. Holding the weights by your side if you want to increase it, okay? So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Step back and raise. Step back and raise. Get those arms involved. Keep going. Keep going. My ankle injury is showing today with these. Not keeping me stable at all. And swap legs, okay? Sure you guys are doing a much better job than me today. See, there it is again. Keep going, okay? So that shows how hard that exercise is. I've got a slight ankle injury from the weekend and it's showing in this. So if it is too much, step back, together, back, together. Okay, stop there. We're going to go on to a push press. Get those weights on your shoulders, get them ready. I like this one, you can really put some effort in, okay? But we're not going down into that squat, but as you lift up, breathe out, okay? Lift that pelvic floor as you're coming out. Try not to lock those knees fully out. Off we go. And if the double's too much, either go to one weight or just do single-sided, okay? Lots of options. That's it. Brilliant. 15 more seconds. Brace that core, otherwise you'll be feeling it in your lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop there. We're going into bent over rows. So I always use my weights here just to make sure I'm hinging properly, not bending that back. Flat back, hinge over soft knees, and then get ready to go. Got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Weights down, and then 1, 2, together. Keep those elbows tight to your body so they're not coming out. We want them nice and tight, as if you're in a real small, narrow corridor that you can't get your elbows out like this. Okay, reassess. Come back down if you need to. I want that upper back and those triceps to really be working in this exercise. And if we're up too high, they won't be. That's it. Hope you're all outside. Last rep. And together. Good. Okay, we're going into on the back heel drops. So go down onto your back. Go the other way this time. Now, remember what I said about this one? We need to make sure we are really breathing out as we're pulling that core back up. So, off we go. Both knees up. Extend. And again, extend. Extend. Make sure that back's not lifting. Good. Even putting your hand on your core, on your tummy, you'll be able to feel exactly what's going on. Nearly there. 5 seconds. Oh, I can feel this one today. Whew. Awesome. 40 seconds rest. Okay, so that one there looks so basic and so easy, but it's not, okay? Heel drops are, you have to really concentrate and really engage those deep core muscles, so it's so important. What am I now, 2.5, nearly 3 years postnatal, I still include those within my workouts. They're really important. We still do them in women's fitness as well. They are really, really important exercises to do for your deep core. So, nice drink. We're going to go on to that final set. Okay? Good final set. Wait to make proper effort with this one. So I'm not going to do the knee lift this time, but you guys please do if you feel that you can. Stick into that one leg, add that knee lift. Can add the lift. Make sure that core is braced. One more on this side, and swap sides. That's it. Keep going. Good, one more. Excellent. Okay, grab those weights into that push and press. Get yourself into a good position. Feet shoulder width apart, soft knees, weights on shoulders. And we're going to go in 5 seconds. So get your breath back. And off we go. Push down, press up. Down, press. One movement. So you can see I'm not going far. Brilliant, keep going. Come on, 20 seconds. Breathing out as you extend, really important. Keep going, 12 more seconds. And 8. Keep the pace, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, bent over rows. Time to get your breath back. We've got 20 seconds. We're going to go into that bent over row. This time, keep that back down, okay? So, nice posture. Bend over. We're going to go in 5 seconds. Make sure we're keeping those knees soft. Back nice and flat. Down and go. Single, single, double. Breathing out as you pull the weights towards you. As you're doing that work, that active breath that we talk about. That's it. Keep going. Brilliant. Come on, you guys can do this. If you're not using weights as well, I'd love to hear what you're using instead of weights. And pictures of your workout space would be amazing. And just drop them in the comments or chuck them on the page. One more. Lovely. Okay, we're doing those heel taps again. So down on the floor. Make sure you've got enough room to extend those legs fully. Get nice and comfortable. And hands on core, knees up, and off we go. Okay, that heel doesn't need to go all the way to the bottom. Doesn't need to touch the floor. If you find that your back is lifting as you do that, stop before your back lifts. So even just going to that point there is enough. I can feel that absolutely fine. That's it, keep going. You should be able to feel it now. 8 seconds. Well done. Okay, main workout done. Get your resistant band ready. So, we are going to go into our glute work that we do. So these extra minute challenges, they are to work those glutes and make them stronger, which we talked about before. I've said it in what I think it was week 2 or 3. Have a look back if you need to, about why we include glute exercises. So, first one we're going to do is squat pulses. We're going to be doing 4 pulses at the base of the squat. So, get your band on above your knee. Have a quick drink beforehand. I definitely need to. Okay. So what we're doing with these is we squat down and then we do 4 pulses while we're down. I was thinking, why is my brain not working? I have had my coffee today. Okay, so it's very hot in here. I need that door open pretty sharpish. We're going to do this for 1 minute. So let me just move my timer so I can get to it quicker. Okay, so I'm going to demo what we're doing. I want those toes out. We're going to go wide, okay? As wide as it's comfortable for you. Obviously, if you are still getting any pelvic pain or any pelvic heaviness, drop us a message if you've got any questions, or just take it easier, okay? I want you to take it easier. This isn't, if any of the exercises cause any discomfort, then I want you to stop doing them. Take it easier to the point where it doesn't cause discomfort, okay? Really important, knees not going over toes. Leading with those glutes, pushing back into the squat, okay? Go sideways so you can see a bit better. We're going to go down and then pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Exhale as you come back up. Lift that pelvic floor as you're coming up, okay? That's what we want from these. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go at your pace, faster or slower than me. It's up to you. Just get those 4 pulses in, okay? 20 seconds down. Really important, check that form. Engage that core, make sure that back isn't curving. Brace as you come up, breathe out. That's it. Less than 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power back up. Come on, last two. Everyone go a bit lower. Down we go. Last one. Go on, fit one more in. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're now going to do a glute bridge. So we're going to come up, out of the raise. Okay. So on our backs, bands still on. Okay. So you should be able to see my feet. Go into a glute bridge. Then we're going to march, keeping our pelvis up. Okay, off we go. Keeping that pelvis up, okay? If you feel it dropping, if that is too much, go back to the normal glute bridges, okay? We're doing a glute bridge march today. Really focus on engaging that core, using those glutes, keeping nice and steady. You can see I'm not going fast. Try not to rock over to either side. That's it. Keep going. 20 seconds. Nearly there. Keep that pelvis up. Woo. Come back down if you need to. Back up. See, I'm breathing out every single time I'm lifting. Ah, done. They are tough, okay? We're having to isolate single glutes with those. So they're really tough, and they do show if your glutes are slightly not uneven, that's the wrong word. If one is stronger than the other, let's put it that way. So if one's stronger than the other, you have a dominant side when it comes to it, that will show with those, so then that helps you work on that weaker side. So we're going to go onto all fours into a 4-point kneeling, open those knees up, walk those hands forwards, and stretch it out. Make sure those glutes are on your heels. Whew. So a nice half-hour workout, short and sweet. Obviously, if you want to, go back to the start, repeat it again. If you've got that time, baby's still napping, anything like that, go back and redo it. Okay, come out of that one. We'll go on to all fours. We'll do a few nice stretches today. So 4-point kneeling, hand up. That was a bit quick, sorry. And then thread that hand through and drop yourself down. Lovely. Back to centre and the other way. Hand all the way up to the ceiling. Loop it through, thread it through, drop that side down. Get that back stretch, a nice twist on the back. Good. Okay, back to centre. We're now going to go one leg out front. So, you have one leg in, one leg out front, reaching down. That's it. Making sure, and as always, if you can't reach without bending that back, then put a tea towel over your foot and hold it back, or a resistant band if you have one, or any piece of fabric. Okay, and swap over. That's it. Oh, stretching is so important. Okay, both legs. Reach down. That's it. And again, the same thing if you can't reach. Excellent. Lovely stretches. Okay, let's do some nice upper body. Something to put your hand on your side of your head. And just pull your neck to one side. Drop this hand down by the side of your hip. come back to centre and swap over. Lovely. And release. Okay, we're now going to go forwards, so stretching forwards, stretching out that upper back from those tricep, can't speak, bent over rows. And then we're going to go up and we're going to go to the side. And to the other side. Back to centre and behind. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Push that chest forwards. Lift that chin. Lovely. Okay, one arm across. Make sure you're lifting it up towards your chin. And this arm here isn't on your elbow or your wrist. Lift it up. Feeling it in your upper back and across your tricep here. That's it. And the other way. Lovely. Okay, release. Roll those shoulders back and roll them forwards. Okay, we're going to do some pelvic floor work now. So we're going to go on to a 4-point kneeling again. So it's 4-point kneeling. Let me just turn this down so I can concentrate. There we go. 4-point kneeling. We're going to have our bums up in the air so that we can do these exercises. We're going to just keep it really, really simple. We're just going to do full pelvic floor today, okay? Which is what we mainly do in these classes because it's online and I haven't got that feedback from people to know what's going on. So we'll just do the full pelvic floor rather than splitting it. But we're going to do fast and we're going to do slow. So I'm going to start off with slow. So if you can get yourself ready. Let's move my mat slightly. Okay. So 4-point kneeling. We want to be knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We then drop down onto our forearms and we just relax our upper body. We take a nice deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. So from this position here, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to move the camera slightly. You stay there. That should be better. Right, so back to here, just relaxing yourself down, making sure you take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth to get you nice and relaxed, okay? Now, try and squeeze your glutes in this position, and you can't do it. Your glutes, you cannot squeeze your glutes in this position. You can slightly, but not to overpower the pelvic floor exercise. So you stay in this position, take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Okay, in through your nose, and on this out breath, we're going to engage our pelvic floor. So I want you to lift your pelvic floor and bring it towards your pubic bone, okay? So it's a lift and a squeeze. So breathe in and out. Lift that pelvic floor, bring it towards your pubic bone, hold it there. And release and breathe in. And what's really important with this release is we're not pushing, okay? Never ever push that pelvic floor, you want to just release it slowly. I used an analogy the other day about walking down the stairs in high heels. So when you walk down the stairs, no one stomps, no one kind of goes really fast or flies down unless you fall down. But you tread very carefully, very gently, one by one, and then that's how your pelvic floor is just releasing really, really slowly, a glide, you're gliding, so you're letting that pelvic floor release slowly. So we're going to go again. Deep breath in and slowly breathe out, engage that pelvic floor, pull it towards your pubic bone all the way, and breathe in and release. And again, breathe out and engage. Lovely. Okay, nice deep breath. This time we're going to do 3 fast. We'll do 3 fast. So when I say breathe out, you're going to engage and then release, engage and then release, engage and then release. Okay, so make sure you're nice and comfortable still. Nice deep breath in And breathe out, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in. So remember, it's that stopping wind, it's that lifting and squeezing the vaginal muscles, and it's stopping yourself having a wee. It's that whole motion all in one, okay? And breathe out, engage and lift, engage, release, sorry, engage, release, engage, release. And breathe in, slowly releasing. And breathe out, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in, we're going to do 2 more sets. And breathe out, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release. Breathe in, last one. And breathe out, engage, release, engage, release, engage, release, release, release. Lovely, nice deep breath in, nice and relaxing. As you exhale, come out. Okay, so take a nice seat. I'm going to come over and just chat about the core. So make sure you've got a drink ready, and then we're going to go into some nice postnatal core exercises, okay? So I'm going to move my chair around. There we go. So hope you enjoyed that one. Will probably be a sweaty one wherever you are, if you're outside or inside, because it is amazingly warm today. And I hope you're getting out for some nice walks and things like that as well. Now, we are now going to talk about some postnatal core. This is one of the topics that mums ask about quite a lot. So when I'm talking about core, a lot of people will say, oh, I just want to get rid of my mum term, or things like that. And the issue with it is that everyone is so different. There isn't an issue with it. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And you want to get back to, some people want to get back to how they were previously. They want to feel different. And it can be an area of quite a lot of stress as well. So what you want to do is try and to relieve that stress is just think that everyone heals at a different pace, okay? Everybody heals at a different pace. I healed at a different pace to all of my friends. We all had different births. We all carried differently. Our baby's position was differently, which then gives that impact onto how much your abdominals separate. So this is something that you would have heard about, is people say, oh, I've got a gap, or that I've got abdominal separation, or that all of these different things. Or you may have heard of diastasis recti, which is the abdominal separation. And you might not know how to check if you have it and things like that. I would recommend speaking, at the moment it's speaking, isn't it? Speaking to a women's health physio, or if you need to see your GP, they are the ones who would be able to check for, so your health visitor, a midwife if you're at that point, or a GP or women's health physio or physio would be able to check for abdominal separation. You need to have a medical practitioner check it, really. So those are the people who will be able to say exactly where it is, because it's not as simple as being a straight gap. You can have more separation here, or more separation below the belly button, or you can have it in patches, or it can be a lot wider than you may have first thought. And you can have functional abdominal separation as well. It doesn't mean that you're never going to be able to exercise again. You can. It just needs to be the right exercises. And what's important is knowing where you're at with it. Obviously, I can't tell you that. I'm not a physio, so getting that checked out is really, really important. We focus in early postnatal, so that is 6 months plus as well, that on deep core, your deep core and your core connection linking with your breath. So this is something I think before you ever have a baby, you don't necessarily think about connecting things to your breath. So it is really, really important. Hi, are you okay? Really, really important to make sure that you are connecting any of these exercises to your breath, and that you are making sure, especially with that, with your core work, that you are connecting it with your breath, because that's how you get the most out of it, but also how you are making sure that you are working it correctly. Okay, so before you do any of these, you also need to make sure that you've had that GP, health visitor, physio clearance, which is the same with any of our exercises. So just making sure that everyone knows that one. And what's really important is the small movements of these. So what's really key is small movements, making sure that people think, oh, abs, I need to crunch, that's what I need to do. No, they are working your rectus abdominis, which is your front line, the one that everyone knows about, the one that everyone will think of when we talk about abs or abdominals, anything like that. That's what people will think of. That isn't what we're working in these exercises. They end up working as a byproduct, but we are actually working our deep core for these ones. So I did some of these on Monday. We're just going to take it to the next level, very, very slightly, not very much at all. So don't worry, we're not going to be going straight into what we do in women's fitness in this session. It is just down to the basics. So quick demonstration of them all, and then how many reps, which are quite helpful to do, and something quite nice to do as well. I'll finish on the nicest one. So, move a few things. First one we're going to do, so I want you on your backs, and we're going to do the leg lift. So we're going to make sure that we are doing, we're on our backs, we're going to lift one leg up first of all. So going back to what I did on Monday, I keep forgetting what day we're on. So on Monday, which was we go onto our backs, making sure, obviously, if you are early postnatal and you're sitting up and down like that, that's a crunch. So if you're sat in this position and you feel that you do have that abdominal separation, knees to the side and bring yourself down, okay? Nice and gently as always. But being 6 months plus class, we should be a little bit further along, but obviously, as always, if you're not sure, please get checked, okay? So we're going to lift one knee up first, and then we're going to drop that heel. So breathe out, put your hands on your core, and back up, okay? Breathe out as you go down, breathe out as you come back up. Okay, simple as that. And then you do the other side, same with the other side, okay? Now, the next level onto that is then going into both legs. So raising both legs. So we raise both legs up and we drop down, one at a time. Okay, so lifting both legs off the floor will create that high level of instability, and that core will have to engage further to make sure that you are staying stable and you are using your core. And as always, if you are feeling that extra pressure down the midline, if you are getting any coning, any doming there at all, then that is telling you straight away that your core is not ready to be doing these. So you need to just make sure that you are moving through them slowly. And if you find that you are doming, you stop before that happens, okay? So the next one I'm going to show you is heel sliders. Make sure I've got enough room. Now, I'm going to go the other way because then I do have enough room. So bear with me. With this one, it is much easier to do without your shoes on. So I'm just going to take my shoes off so that you can slide. Obviously, trainers are meant to be grippy. So bent knee position, and then you slide. So hands on your abdominals again. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Slide 1 foot away from you. So breathe in as you slide that heel, and then breathe out, drawing back in. Okay. And again. Okay, nice and simple. Again, really, really simple. These, I personally find them, I personally find those ones easier than the heel drops that we did first. So start off with the heel slides, move on to the heel drops and see how you get on. Now, the next one we didn't do on Monday, so this is different. This is the dead bug. So we sometimes do this in class. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to split it. So we're going to do legs first, single legs first, then we're going to do legs with static arms, then we're going to do static legs and arms, and then we're going to bring it all together, okay? So a nice combination. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to lift both legs off the floor, okay? So again, we've done this already. Hands on your core and on your pelvis, so you can see if it's tilting, you don't want it to be tilting. And then you're going to drop one, you're going to push one leg out and down and draw back in, okay? So we've done the heel slides, we've done the heel taps. We're now going to do the long taps, okay? Breathing out as you're doing the exercise, active breath, so breathe in and out. Okay, just move my mat so I am on the screen and you can see everything a bit better. Okay, that should work a little bit better. So that is the leg part. The next section we're going to do is we're going to lift our arms up and do the legs again. So same thing, arms up, legs up. And we're going to breathe in. Okay? So it's the same thing, it's creating that further instability in the core by lifting your arms up. And something so simple, you think, well, how does that work? But trust me, it does. I wasn't concentrating then, my back lifts up. Okay, so you really have to concentrate and draw that core back in with those arms up. Then at the next level, we're going to lift those legs up and we're going to do arms. Now I'm going to hit the radiator if I'm not careful, so I'll just do one side. So again, breathe in and then out. In and out. So you've got that stability, making sure that back isn't lifting, legs keeping up. So you've done all areas now. Now we're going to combine them. So breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and extend. So you're going to go left leg, right arm, opposite sides. Okay, so that's a whole exercise in one. That's bringing it all together. All the levels, slowly and controlled. You don't have to fully extend. You can just go to this point here and come back. You don't ever have to fully extend if you can feel that back lifting, okay? So really, really important, just making sure you're doing it for your level and you're building it up week on week. These are amazing ones to do, so if you need to go back to it afterwards, link onto this and just come back to them afterwards. Each of these you want to be doing at least 5 reps on each side for all of these exercises I've spoken about so far. You want to be doing about 5 reps on each side and be building up to 10 reps and then further, okay? Next one, 4-point kneeling. Now, we do this one in class as well, surprise, surprise. I want you, it's called a bird dog, which is opposite arm, opposite leg. So the same as what we've just done on our backs with the dead bug, but we're on all fours instead. So it creates different muscles, we're stabilising different areas of our body and just making sure that we're nice and stable throughout, alright? So the first one we do is arms. So I'll move forwards. Again, always make sure those knees are under hips, hands directly under shoulders. And you take a nice deep breath in and then breathe out and raise that arm and back down. And the other side, breathe in and out. Bracing that core, okay, really drawing that belly button to spine, making sure that you're doing the exercise to the best you can. So we do arms first, which I've just shown you. We then move on to legs. So you make sure that you can do the arms first and you use that as an exercise for week 1. Then we move on to legs. Deep breath in and same thing, exhale and extend that leg. Bring it back. And again. So what might amaze you with these exercises is potentially the instability in your pelvis. That's something that most women, when I first see them, is that they don't realise how unstable their pelvis is. They've never had to, they think I can just go back to doing what I did. And actually your whole pelvis has moved to give birth to that child. So you need to make sure that not only your core is steady, but your pelvis is steady and that you are able to put that weight on that one side and you're not rocking over. So it's really key with those leg ones that you're at that point before you then move on to the next stage, okay? So after you've been able to do arms and then legs, we then do them all individually in one go. So you breathe in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, okay? And you just keep repeating that cycle. Keep repeating the circle round and round, making sure that you are nice and stable for the whole thing. Then once you feel confident with being able to move through arm, arm, leg, leg, then I want you to go on to opposite arm, opposite leg together, okay? Hopefully that's enough room there. Now, this one is where you'll find that instability in your pelvis and you'll go whoop over to the side. I want you to really brace that core, really concentrate on keeping that pelvis nice and steady. So you breathe in and then out and down. Okay, in and out and back down. And you repeat, so you keep repeating. Now, if you are finding alternating between sides too much, stay on one side for your reps. So do 5 reps on one side and then move on to the other side. So breathe in and then out and back down. Okay, and then move on to the other side, so 5 on each. So you can see I'm fully extending those limbs. Okay, now when you have mastered that and you are able to do alternate sides and there's no instability in that pelvis, that core is engaging, you're able to really control your balance, there's one final level that you can add. You go onto the all fours. There's actually more, there's a lot of other levels, but what we do in postnatal is to this point. So we breathe in and then we exhale, extend without hitting the kitchen, and then you do hand to knee. So if you watch my back stays steady. A common mistake with this one, and you will actually find if you get your partner to do this, a lot of men will do this. They go, everyone goes, breathe in, exhale, and they do this. Crunch in, okay? And that there is showing that your core isn't strong enough to be bringing your limbs together. You want that nice flat back because that will make your core work even more. So then you would do exactly the same, and you would do you first of all start with 5 on each side, and then you would go to 10 in total alternate sides. Okay, so they are lovely core exercises. I think bird dog's one of my favourite core exercises, and you can increase it once you are past your postnatal stage and you're back in the gym when they're back open. You can increase it by using weights, a stability board, lots of different things. Okay, so there's a lot of using a Swiss ball, all these different things that you can use to make it even harder. Pro athletes use these exercises all the time, but they are, when you break them down, they are amazing for postnatal recovery and that core recovery and connecting back with your core. So the final one we're going to do is 4-point kneeling, deep core connection. This is a lovely, lovely core work, and people think, oh, I'm not actually working my core that much. You really are, okay? You're really working your core in this one. It is one that I still include in all of my personal workouts as well, especially to finish on. It's just a lovely connection. So, 4-point kneeling. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Deep breath in. I want you to fill your tummy with air. So fill your torso, fill your lungs and your tummy. So your tummy will expand down. Then as you exhale, contract your core and pull all the way back in. Okay? So it's not just a... I don't want that. I don't want those hips moving, all that back. We breathe in nice and slowly. So I'll demo first. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Recruiting all of those core muscles, still going. Tummy goes down, let that tummy relax, and then engage. Okay, so that is a really nice one, really simple, really nice core exercise to finish your workout on, to make sure that you're recruiting all of those muscles. Hi Lucy, okay? Making sure you're really engaging all of those core muscles properly and making sure that you are engaging that core the way you should be and connecting it with that breath. So I can't emphasize that enough, that you need to be using that active breath when we're doing core and making sure that you are recruiting all of the muscles. We're not going for the big boys with this. We're not going for those common abdominal muscles. We're going for those smaller muscles, the deep core muscles that are the ones that keep you nice and stable, keep that torso where it needs to be, keep you stable when you're walking around every single day. So you need to just make sure you're recruiting those ones. Okay, have a lovely day, get outside. I can't wait. I'm going to go straight out and drink my water into that sunshine. Hopefully when my neighbour has finished building their deck of extraordinaire that they have been building the whole of lockdown, I will be able to teach outside. So have a lovely day, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you all next week. As always, I am on Monday and on Wednesday, and Natasha does her Pilates on I'm trying to think now, on Tuesdays and Fridays. So there's a mix for everyone, and both of them are set at 6 weeks to 6 months and 6 months plus. Okay, so have a lovely day. Bye everyone. Take care.